Well, hello everyone. I'm Bryce with Roleplay Games, and these are my friends.
Hey guys.
Some of them.
Minus one friend who isn't feeling so well. Yep, Caleb is by himself tonight. Cypher. Cypher was not feeling well. Apparently, too many days at sea, and you fail your fortitude save, and you get a massive headache. So Cypher is going to be below decks, nursing that headache today, trying to stay out of the light. So the rest of us will have to go on. My fun fact for the day is both Braxton and Rutley served together on a ship named the Sea Shredder. Rutley idolized the pirate captain, but Braxton wanted to live a better life. And he started out with a small fishing boat, and now he has a full ship and crew. And once again, I'm Bryce, your dungeon master. I play all the characters, they do not.
Pretty much.
Ko!
Alright, I'm Caleb. I play Ko Dashik, who is a lizard folk champion. Fun fact about Ko, I'm going to go into what Ko's parents' names are. So, Ko's mother is Vishla, and Durshuk is his dad.
Cool.
Time to write those down.
Already did. Vishla and Durshuk.
Dirt. How do you spell that?
So D-U-R Shuk. S.
I like the lizard folk. Their spelling is straightforward. Wait, how do you spell
Vishla? It's V-I-S-H-L-A.
So, okay, there you go.
There you are.
Alright, well, I'm Rachel, and I play Anasha Evanvale, a half-elven monk with very empty water skins, hoping to get off the ship, meet the Oracle, and learn more about the sins. And her fun fact is that in the recent lessons before she left home, Armin would have her meet him at 3 a.m., so she thinks she's sleeping in when she gets up at 4 and 4:30 in the morning to practice her forms.
Nice.
Yep. He's like, man, I like this crew.
Sleeping in.
Yep.
And Tim.
Hello, my name is Tim. I play Gazmak, Trusty Gob, Monkey Goblin, Sorcerer, and Entrepreneur. And fun fact for today with Gazmak. I'm going to go into one of his family tree folks here, but there's a reason why. So we've got Cranknack, a Justy Gob. Any guesses on who he is or like what he did?
What he does? Judge?
Crank.
You said Justy Gob.
Cranknack, a Justy Gob.
So he adjusts.
Oh, he's
cranks.
a mechanic, isn't he?
No.
Rats.
An engineer of sorts?
No.
Oh.
He's a
Crank and a Justy Gob.
Where do you get adjustments?
Chiropractor.
He's a chiropractor, that's right. He's a goblin chiropractor, which basically just means like he has you lay down and then he just throws rocks at you.
sign me up.
Very comforting.
Wow.
So apparently he did a really great job adjusting somebody. Who knows why. But the reason that's relevant is because Gazmak's best friend / worst enemy growing up was
rival.
frenemy. Is what I have here. Is Janthak, a Justy Gob. So one of the grandchildren.
Oh.
Yes. So frenemy. However you want to interpret that. Very Mean Girls-esque, right? As Mean Girls as goblins can get.
Oh boy.
Yes.
That can get pretty mean from what I understand.
Mean gobs. So there you go. And any spare moment I have is going to be me adjusting my my roll, my little.
I thought you were saying you're back.
No, I write down like what I have to roll for all my spells. Yep. Totally got that wrong with the whole heightened thing, so I need to adjust these.
So minor adjustments.
That's right.
Where does he practice? Or just somewhere in her. Or is he deaf?
There's no berries in her now, so you go ahead and make a city.
Also, there's no such thing as the concept of left in her. Just want to throw that. No.
That'll come up.
Let's see. We'll say that Cranknack is no longer alive, seeing as I did say he was like a grandchild or whatever.
Yep.
So, where did he practice? we'll say he practiced on giants.
All right.
Why not?
Oh, that's great.
Well, last time we left Pike's Point, we jumped onto the Leatherback, ran by Braxton. He is the captain of the Leatherback, and we are on our way to Desert's End.
Real quick,
Yes.
since we leveled up between last episode and this one, should we explain what we gained and what changed?
That would probably be helpful for you guys, yeah.
True. So I'm not just like, what?
So-
What are you doing?
They did fight a sea hag, sort of. The sea hag ended up enticing Homer, but she was interrupted, so she did not get the best end of the deal. Instead, Homer has a new aquatic elf body, so he is much younger now, and almost like an echolocation, but he can no longer see physically, so his eyes no longer work. So we did level up. We said that 2 sessions ago that we were going to. Then life caught up to us, so we leveled up this past week. What happened to your guys' level up?
Oh, Tim, you go ahead and start this one.
Okay, so there were a couple. I would say that there were two major things that happened for me. So minor thing was I'm now leveled up in. I've got a skill in. Did I say thievery? Thievery.
Yes, I believe.
Yes. From my experience with Josh and stealing that trinket from the creepy doll. So we'll say that he kind of skilled up there. But first, I learned a new spell. That spell is Heat Metal, and it does exactly what you think it does, where it heats up any metallic object
What spell you got?
That's gonna be so.
and basically causes both high damage and persistent damage for as long as whoever's holding on to it, or if the enemy is made of metal, it will also do a bunch of damage to them. Fits
Or
with-
wearing.
I was gonna
Or
say
wearing.
everyone's
Yeah, metal
belt buckle
armor.
starts
Yes.
like burning their bellies. That's
Yep.
gonna
Yeah.
hurt.
Yep. So
Can you do that
that's
at range, or you have to touch it?
30-foot range.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's a big deal. That's probably the biggest thing.
How many actions does it take to cast that?
2.
2?
Yep.
So if you you can turn someone's sword and make them drop it basically because it's like
Right.
burning.
So so they have to do a reflex throw, and then if they succeed, then they can take potentially reduced damage. So if they fail really hard and they're gripping onto their sword or whatever, or their shield, then they'll take a lot of damage. But they have the potential to reduce it in a couple of ways.
Yeah.
So that's big item number 1. Second item is I gained a spell book, which allows me to store one spell, or allows me to pick one spell, prepare one spell a day. So I kind of have a little bit of the flexibility of a wizard who gets to prepare spells every day. I don't have any spells in my spell book currently, but it does mean that I can get another action for one of my existing spells.
Yeah.
Another use of it every day.
So you can have 2 burning hands if you have it in your spellbook.
Right, so I get a little bit of flexibility, and I'll be able to learn some spells as we go
Cool.
to give myself a little bit more utility.
Cool.
So,
I also got about 2 things I think that were really useful. One is I'm kind of an herbalist, so I can use nature instead of medicine to make medicine checks and heal people. So if we're ever in the forest and we get hurt, or if you get really hurt and can't heal yourself, then maybe that'll come in handy. And then the other is that I have wild morph, so I can turn my hands into claws and deal a lot more damage when making attack with my hands, which is everything I do. So it works out.
And for all of you that are watching that actually know all the rules and such, we have homebrewed this a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So because she already moves into Tiger Stance, if she applies Tiger Stance and then applies Wild Morph, I'm giving her a 1-size die advantage. So that way these effects are stacking basically. So instead of dealing 1d8, she'll do, or 2d8, she will deal 2d10 now. Whenever she applies it, so
Just gotta hit first.
that will help her a little more as long as she can hit something.
So it'd be 1 action for Tiger Stance, 1 action for Claws, then you can attack.
Yep.
And then it would be 2d10. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. And it lasts for a minute, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Co,
So I got 2 things as well. The main thing is my first spell, which is heal. So I can heal people either using 1 action. I can heal them if I'm just within touch range. With 2 actions, I can heal at 30 feet, and also it would deal plus 8 heal hit points. And then if I use 3 actions, it's basically an AoE area of effect explosion of healing for teammates, and if it's undead, it'll do damage to them. The other thing I got was Assurance, which is a feat, I believe, and that allows me to basically take all the risk out of battle medicine checks. So I can just automatically get a flat 10. Because my skill is 11, it's an automatic 21 for applying battle medicine. So
that means you will automatically succeed, and there won't be any more failed rolls on that.
Yep.
With that, he did get healed, but because he is a cleric of sorts, which is where this spell came from, he basically gets a level 1 spell. So whenever he meditates, he can change that out just like Anasha can for her cantrips. So that is also beneficial.
That's good.
Anything else?
Can we know what Josh got, or do we need to wait for him?
Cypher. What did Cypher get?
I have his character sheet here.
How well do you know his character?
I don't.
He's so
but-
sneaky. He just does
Cypher's-
cool things.
he's like,
That's all I know.
He
Looking
got
at it.
cool things, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sneaky things, ciphery things.
Actually, I'd love to look at his sheet. Just
Let's see. I believe he took specialty crafting. So now he can craft leatherworking better. That was almost a little retroactive because he's been working on a leather armor. So,
Oh.
yeah, basically the time he spent doing that gave him the skill to now do it. So he got that. And... oh, and this is also important for you guys. But he has the ability, when he is scouting an area, to give everyone +2 to initiative instead of +1. So he's basically a scout. So if he's the person leading the exploration and something happens, you all get a +2 to your initiative rolls.
that's useful.
So,
That is nice.
and I believe those are the 2 main things that he took.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So it is mid-afternoon. You have successfully fished with a new elf-bodied Homer.
Oh man, we
He's so
got
cool.
so many things.
Now you guys have a corporate fishing story that you can share with people.
Yep.
And you believe Gazmak just a little more about his previous fishing story.
I'm not always lying.
although didn't we fail our deception read and we actually thought that you we believed you?
So Josh is the one that passed that, but yeah, you two.
Yeah. So we were like,
Really?
oh, that's actually really
Yeah.
cool.
But this does add more credence to
Oh,
it.
certainly.
The hollowed fishing cup.
Miss Rachel,
That's
can
right.
you make a perception check?
Sure. With new perception is 21.
Awesome. You notice that Braxton's skin is not nearly as hard leather as you would expect it to be. He's a turtle, so his actual skin seems to be much less weathered than you would expect for being on the ocean. Knowing what you do about turtle kind is that they tend to really start to get very hardened leather around their arms and stuff, unless they are regularly submerged in fresh water.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
He takes baths.
He does.
It must be water. It would be nice to talk to him anyways.
Okay. So Braxton is currently up at the ship's helm.
You gonna drink his bath water? Is that what I'm gathering?
I mean, at this point,
Yeah,
Boy.
she ran out of water yesterday.
I know she
Yeah.
did. I know she
So-
did.
yeah. So how many more days till we reach shore?
It appears that we have 2 more, as long as we don't stop to fish again, which we shouldn't have to. That last catch should actually do us pretty well. So
That was fantastic. Have you ever caught anything that big before?
we've regularly catch fish, but not one that large on the first cast. So
Yeah,
that is
well.
quite surprising.
I mean, Homer seems pretty capable now of.
You know, I'm thinking about making him a regular addition to the crew. That's for sure.
Well, he seems like a good sort of fellow. I'm sure he'd do well. Question for you: do you all have any sort of water or fruit or any such thing on this ship? I've taken, not really a vow, but a decision not to drink any alcohol, and wondered if there's any alternatives here.
And he glances around. He goes ahead and tells the shipmate there, "Well, go ahead and head down. I'll take the helm for a bit." Make a diplomacy check with
Okay.
advantage.
Okay.
Because you guys started with a good
that's good.
conversation.
So
23, right? Or
Yep.
20
no, 23. Yeah.
Okay. I keep several barrels in my quarters. That's how I keep my skin so fresh.
Didn't notice that. I'd be happy to pay for them. I mean, even just a little bit, just to refill this water.
I should be fine to get where we're going. If you just, I would pull it out of the barrels to the left as you enter, not
Okay.
the right.
Good to know.
The left ones are still the completely fresh, no turtle bathing involved.
Thank you for your generosity. It's very kind.
Sure thing. Anything else? Is your trip going well so far?
Oh yes. I mean,
Besides
siren
the sea
was
hag.
sort of a surprise, but you can't expect to have a completely calm trip on seas like this.
No, but boy,
Times
will
like
it give
this.
us a story, that's for sure.
That's true.
I'm
Big
always one for
fish.
adventure.
I gathered that.
So, what do you have planned in Desert's End?
Well, eventually we're going to make a trip to see the Oracle in the foresty place that I can't remember. In this map
it
that
foresty?
my
In
dad or
your
somebody
map!
gave me, that Prophet's Garden.
Prophet's Garden. I would take several more barrels than what you have in my quarters with you if you're able to.
agreed.
That's a long trek across the desert. And
Have you made it yourself, perchance?
no, I stay near the water if at all possible.
Well,
I don't need to be dried out, turtle side up.
I mean, even us humans and half elves, if we feel it too. Promise you. Well, if you have any tips, or if you know anybody who has made that trek, I'm sure we could use all the advice we could get.
I'm sure there should be plenty of people in Desert's End that would be willing to help for
Cool.
a cost, if nothing else.
I've
Maybe we can give you a
actually
guide.
been there. Is there a pretty good settle?
There's a small settlement. It started, from what I understand, basically desert travelers ended up settling near the water. And
Smart.
it eventually became more like a fishing village, and now there's a small town to almost city. So,
That sounds
yeah.
pleasant. Well, I'm excited now.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, there should be people to help you out. I haven't been there in a while, so I don't know what's been going on there recently, but hopefully they haven't had any vampire problems.
Right. I mean, better fortune than Sador is a step in the right direction.
You're not wrong. So,
Well, do I still have code? I probably gave yours back after I drank it all,
Just
right?
the skin?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I probably filled it with grog.
Okay.
Or
That's
whatever that
unfortunate.
stuff is. Well, if you gave it back to me, that's what I would do with it.
Right.
basically.
I don't think she would
Is
hold
there
on
grog
to it
on this
forever.
ship?
Well,
Or was it
grog
just-
is like the.
there would be lesser beer, yeah.
Fair enough.
Lesser.
I just like the name grog.
Just clarifying.
Yeah.
Grog is technically seawater that's been alcoholized.
Oh,
Well-
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was seawater.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yep.
That is
So-
cool.
I don't know.
Does that?
It's
It's one of the ways to make it go a little longer.
Yeah. that's
But yeah,
interesting.
it's
Yeah.
so didn't know if how classy of a ship this was.
a fishing vessel primarily, so
Yeah.
yeah.
If on the way I can ask a crewmate if there's anything else I could store water in, like just something like small, a small barrel or bin.
They point you to a small, like a mid-sized barrel that you could use.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, and don't forget, you guys still do have the barrel from 2K Brewery.
Boy, howdy! I'm glad we brought that with us. Drink up while we're on the ship, right?
She's like, drink.
Don't have to tell me. I'll take a drink.
Alright.
And if when I fill that in the water stamp, I'll leave a gold on one of the barrels.
Okay. So, is there anything that you'd like to do as you're traveling this afternoon into the evening?
Go ahead.
I'm just going to. Can I walk around the ship and just count how many people are on the boat?
Sure.
Just because I don't think we ever got a number. So I'm just gonna like walk around. Well, I'm not gonna count. Maybe I'll even count out loud. I don't know.
All right.
Make it more.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
I hope it's really low. You're gonna double count. And...
Oh, it's a natural one. Why'd you do this to
Wish
me?
granted. Wish granted.
So yeah, you count about 20 people.
Hmm.
You counted at least a few
One,
above deck twice
two.
because you went up to
three.
count the captain and then you went back down to count the people on the deck again. So you counted the deck hands twice. But
You jinxed me, Bryce.
so yeah, there's about 20 people.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Great. Cool.
Plus
Nice.
us, right?
Useful.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
I'll go to the galley and I'm gonna help the chef cook and see if I can't pick up any cooking skills, recipes, or anything like that from him.
Okay. So you head down there and you have a gnome working the kitchen.
That's cool.
What you need there?
How you doing? I think it's less of what I need and more of what I can do for you.
What can you do for me?
I'm quite the chef myself, and just offering my services in return for possible payment in terms of recipes or secrets of the high seas culinary lifestyle.
Okay. Roll diplomacy.
That's a 13.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm not going to turn down an extra set of hands. My name's Dipple. Dipple Big Noodle.
Wow.
I feel like I can't even write that name.
You must be a pasta king.
Before we sailed, that's what I specialized in. But now that we're sailing, it's hard to make some of that pasta.
The big noodles, yeah.
Yep.
Where do you guys hail from?
I've been sailing for years and years. But originally, I was in... One second. Got to pull up my handy dandy map.
Okay, let's do it.
What was his last name?
Big Noodle.
No,
Right.
but what's his first name?
Dipple.
Dipple.
Dipple and Big Noodle?
Yes.
Is that a random character generator name?
It was a Google search for gnome names, and I combined two of them.
Dipple, Big Noodle.
Originally, I'm from South Glen.
Beautiful area.
Oh, you've been?
No, I've heard. I'm not gonna lie on that one.
We were about to make some South Glen lore. Well, the big thing is that all the meats are either pickled or salted. And then you just need to mix that with whatever else you got. So he pulls out some various ingredients, and let's find a good... All right. So you are going to learn to make...
Oh boy.
You'll probably like it.
Oh. You're going to learn to make spicy grilled pork tenderloin
Oh.
I was thinking gruel. That's great.
with a side of beer bread.
This is gonna be great.
Wow. Making me hungry.
So he runs you through the basics of how to make both. For the most part, your spicy grilled pork is basically you cook at a lower heat, and then at the very end you increase the heat rapidly to kind of sear the outside. And then he gives you like a list of herbs and stuff that you can use as a dry rub. And then he also mentions that you should mince some garlic and actually put it down inside the pork to infuse it with a garlic flavor. So, if you're keeping a recipe book at this point in time, just spicy pork rub. And now to make the beer bread.
Oh gosh.
All right, so he gives you the recipe. It's going to be 3 cups flour, 1 tablespoon sugar, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon baking powder, some fresh dill or dried dill. Here you'll have dry dill. You'll grate some cheddar cheese, and you'll add 12 ounces of beer per recipe. And then you can also add an egg if you have it, or some water. And he does have a very small amount of water to use. And then he goes on to tell you, well, you could also make a garlic and herb if you wanted. Instead of dill, you add some of the mix that I gave you earlier, or rosemary and feta. Ooh, feta. I can get behind some feta.
I like this guy.
And then he says, or you can make it more elven instead. And put some oregano and garlic powder, a little bit of Parmesan, some Romano cheese. Mmm. Just talking about it makes me hungry.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
So I'm going to go ahead and put you in charge of the bread, if you don't mind. I'm going to go ahead and keep basting the meat, make sure everything's going good there.
All right. Be a bread it is.
All right. So he ran you through the recipe, so you will get to make your crafting check twice. Again, because you were making a wholesome thing, you will take the lower of the 2.
Lowest is 9, plus my crafting. My crafting is plus 8.
Okay, so that would make that a 1.
A 1.
Yes.
Which is,
Very good.
yes.
Yes.
Everything is backwards here.
Yes.
Because I'm a goblin cooking good things, all my modifiers, I want to roll low.
Yep.
Because I think it's going to be disgusting, but it's actually going to be great.
Yes. So you do an excellent job making the beer bread. You put it in the right temperature. You're keeping good eyes on it. And you've gotten pretty good about knowing what the temperature is supposed to be, just based on the fact that you have fire magic. You're able to tell pretty well how hot something is.
That's fair.
With that, you're going to get another +2. This is an additional thing, so you'll write it down. To tell how hot something is. So that'll be +2 to perception when attempting to figure out how hot something is. Your time in the kitchen and your time working with fire has helped you there. And what do you know? It comes out very well. At least, he finds it very well.
Right. He's very happy.
Yep.
And I look at it in just sheer horror and disgust.
This is not what I expected. So later that evening, as you've made several recipes of this, and again, they all turned out very well. The crew their spirits are most definitely lifted tonight. So everyone will take a +1 to their saves for the evening.
Nice.
Nice.
With that, end of day 2 or day 3, whichever day it is. And I need everyone to make a fortitude save.
+1, yes?
Yep.
Easy peasy.
No, it won't matter.
17.
Okay.
Natural 1, so 11.
11,
27.
27. All right. Miss Rachel,
Yep.
you have a -1 to all your saves now because you're
Aw.
feeling slightly
Does
sickened.
it offset or does it minus?
It offsets.
Okay.
So yeah, you're back to
No
just a
more bonus.
Yep, no bonus for the
Just
evening.
regular.
Yep. So yeah, you're feeling a little sick to your stomach, but
It was good.
you
for
know it
food.
wasn't the food. It was most definitely just the amount of being out here. So, who's keeping watch? Or is there anything you'd like to talk about at dinner?
Did you learn how to cook like this back home? Or you just been picking it up, as you travel? Since you
I'm a
travel so
natural
much?
learner.
Well, yeah.
You think my mom took the time to teach me how to cook?
I don't know.
She had 62 other kids to take care of.
She had what?
Goblins have large litters.
Man, yeah, but that's pretty big. That's bigger than one I've had before.
She's very fecund, so she's also very successful. But anyways,
Oh.
1-2 punch.
Do you keep in touch with any of your 61 siblings?
62 siblings.
Oh, 62, you're the 62.
Yes.
Okay.
Not at this time. It's hard to remember which ones are actually my siblings once you get past, like 15.
Well, I only have one, so I can't really
I was gonna
judge
say
on that,
after
but...
2, I would get lost.
1? 20?
How do we get 3 here?
Edco has no siblings, so he just can't even imagine that.
Oh, well, it's
So-
very good.
I'm glad you have poor taste in bread.
It's always how this goes.
Yeah, I think it's great.
I'm just so confused right now.
What?
I'm the only sane person on this ship.
What would make this better?
A little
It's just-
grease, a little grime, maybe, soak it in the ocean for a bit.
A little undercooked would be better.
Or overcooked.
Coming soon.
So, do I get the sense that we're opposite in taste?
Oh yeah, you most
Okay.
definitely.
I don't know if
something
we've gotten that before, but...
You certainly started picking up on it. You still don't know why, but yeah, your tastes are most definitely not the same.
Plug that one.
I'd probably just check in on Homer, make sure that he's doing okay.
All right, you find Homer, especially as it's starting to get evening now. Not that he has any sense of time now, because eyes. But he is constantly staring into the water, versus how he used to stare at the sky. So,
Doing okay there, bub?
sorry, I forgot his voice changed from old man
Oh, yeah.
to regular person because I was tired of making the old man voice.
Oh, you're right.
I mean, because he has a young elf body.
Mm.
Well, yeah. How are you?
Well, I'm totally just botched this batch of beer bread. But
Did you not? It must be my new taste buds. I thought it tasted all right, but everything's a little different for me now.
I can see.
Yeah,
You can't.
that's fair.
That was pretty cutting. I apologize. So how's the waves?
A lot of water around. A lot of life underneath.
Yeah. Anything particularly scary, dangerous, or that we should be aware of?
I thought I saw a sea serpent once, but it left us alone. For now. Bum, bum, bum.
That sounds scary.
Think snake,
I like snakes.
but could swallow the ship.
I like not being swallowed.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah.
Maybe it's best that you didn't say anything. Could have caused panic. For others, not, of course, not me.
No,
No.
we could have fished that thing up, you and I.
Us fearless fishermen.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, just wanted to make sure you were a-okay there, Bucko. So.
I sure am there, kid.
All right.
Bucko.
Listen, your old manness is rubbing off on me.
I don't feel so old anymore, which is probably the best part of what this deal did for me. A young body. And then he glances up. A single tear comes down.
Oh.
And then he glances back down, or stares back down in the water.
All right, I'm gonna leave now. Bye.
I don't do that touchy feely crap.
You're ruining You're ruining the mental picture that I have of you.
Well, your mental picture changed.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I like him slightly less now that he's not a old sailor man kind of person.
Yeah.
Like, just the fact that he looks different.
Has messed with your picture
Right,
of him.
yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, so it's getting into the evening.
I would say I'll go check on Cyphers to
Okay.
see how he's doing, make sure he's good, see if he's eating.
He just rolls over. Oh, beer bread sounded so good. Save me a piece
Okay.
for later. And then he rolls back over.
If you need any water, I have some, so.
Oh, I won't stay down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you need a bucket, go ask Gazmak. I think he's got the beer.
I've got 3 here. And
Oh.
They're all full.
they're filling up.
Oh, poor guy.
But they're cipher-sized buckets, so you
That's
know.
fair.
Could be worse.
Cups.
It could be sick, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let us know if you need anything.
Mm.
Besides sleep. Just try to sleep well, okay?
And he does. He rolls back over in the
Hammock, I guess?
hammock, yeah.
Well, I'll take first watch. You guys have a preference?
All good with me.
Second.
And where are you guys sleeping? Down below? Up top?
Or down below.
Down below.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's creepy up top. You better be awake.
Cool. So as you... Okay, who's first watch? Okay. Everyone starts to settle in. People, for the most part, most of the crew has moved downstairs. Homer takes his place up near the ship's front.
I'll probably just go sit by him. We don't have to talk. He can just look.
So yeah, he just rests his back up against that corner there, and he's gonna end up sleeping there. And then you are creepily standing over him.
Oh well, I thought he was gonna be awake and like clicking.
He might be awake for a bit.
Okay.
So
Well, then
especially
I probably go to
during
the
first
highest
watch.
point, which is I don't know if the highest point would be like up here somewhere, but
The front and back are about the
Equal?
same height. Yeah,
Okay.
overall. So whichever you'd like to be, and then you have one person steering the ship,
Yep.
and that's pretty much all that there is currently.
I'll just sit cross-legged up front, kind of
Okay.
look around.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
21.
All right.
Now a death saving throw.
Without it, or
Just
without the
a
plus
sort
one.
of, yeah, no.
As you are being lulled to sleep by the, or not to sleep, but just enjoying
Oh, dear.
the motion of the ocean.
The ocean
I
motion.
like that.
Now
Yes.
you're rhyming.
The ocean
I
motion.
appreciate
I'm
that.
not sure you can use that phrase.
Too late.
Oh, well, we're on the sea.
Yes.
That goes our family-friendly stream.
We've passed that point once or twice already.
enough.
Nothing about brothels.
What?
Hey, we went there for it. We don't know anything.
So yeah, you notice a few things cling to the ship.
Can I stand up and look at them?
Yeah.
Okay. What do they look like? Are they big, small?
They appear to be very aquatic elf looking, so they look a lot like Homer,
Oh,
except for massive rows of teeth.
how many?
5.
Can I tap Homer awake?
Yep.
Your brethren.
And I don't know if he's awake and he looks coherent.
So he startles awake.
I'm gonna say, "Hey, creepy guys look kind of like you, but with lots and lots and lots of teeth on the side of the ship. You don't know anything about that?"
That we're under siege.
I was gonna say I was gonna sprint back to
Yep.
whoever's steering, but
So this is you, right?
yeah.
So put you up there. Everyone else is now off.
Who's that? Oh, that's the sea hag.
You guys are going to eventually come up that way. Yep. And Co, which one are you?
I
one.
was that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2 turns before you guys are able to come up.
Good luck.
Oh boy. Well, if we get any chance before, I'd go into tiger stance when he's shouting under siege.
Yeah, so you will have a full round
Sweet.
before everything starts, before they basically get up onto the ship. So you'll have a round of preparation. 1 second, let me pull up my combat manager.
Getting fancy over here.
That is cool.
So Homer stands. He grabs his trusty fishing rod, whips it back and forth once or twice, and then he moves into a combat stance.
Wait, he's not gonna get a harpoon?
There was no harpoons nearby.
That's unfortunate.
That would be pretty
Well,
cool though.
All right.
Okay.
Second question:
Mm-hmm.
how flammable is this ship?
Not very. They have most definitely taken precautions against that.
Okay.
Just like so, the sea monster didn't come after us,
Just-
but Gazmak sank us off 11 miles offshore.
Just curious before I kill the party, except for Co. 'cause he can
I
swim.
would. Yeah, I would be fine.
All right.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Us two, or
Yep. It'll be perception based.
I got an 18.
19.
8,
You rolled a 1.
2.
And,
Nasha, what did you get?
19.
And Co?
18.
Alright. And Homer?
Go Homer!
Oh, look at you, Homer. And finally, the Baron. Alright, just one more second. So, Gazmak, what were you dreaming about before the alarm happened?
I'm gonna say probably catching another big fish.
Is this a thing? Do you have like.
So another big fish?
Yeah,
Oh,
just like
what?
successful, successful fishing off the boat.
Roots have that much HP.
I don't see why this is relevant, but it scares me.
I feel like you just dreamed up
Oh,
a
no,
nice
it's-
big fish for us to fight.
I was just trying to give, commentary on
Oh,
anything.
okay.
while
I feel so
am
much better.
Oh,
Loading up.
well, in that case,
HP. It is not relevant in any other manner.
let me elaborate then.
It was with Grisabella. Grisabella.
Uh,
Oh, dear.
no, it was definitely with what's his name? Janthak. He was fishing with Janthak. Janthak was catching lots of little fish and like having to toss stuff back in the ocean. And every fish that Gazmak pulls up is just a whopper, just a doozy of a fish. Pike, marlin, tuna, those flounder, the ones with like
Yes,
both
the
their
one
eyes
side.
on one side of the head. Weird stuff like that. He doesn't even know that these things are actually real fish. He just thinks that they're like crazy imaginary fish. Because that's true of a lot of fish in the ocean. Like, you can't make this stuff up. So that's what he's doing. He's dreaming about that, and he just like, it's fulfilling because 1, he's catching big fish, and 2, it's fulfilling because he's beating Janthak.
Alright, let's roll for their initiatives.
They're so scary looking.
Now, you ready to test out your new moves?
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Oh,
So,
I also forgot to mention that I picked up a new feat. The feat is called Lie to Me. So if someone's trying to lie to me, I can use my deception trait to see if they succeed or not, rather than my perception trait.
How much higher is your deception?
I have a plus 14 on deception.
Wow.
So
Oh, I didn't realize.
yeah. Well, apparently
This is
I'm
the
completely incompetent at perceiving most things, except when someone's being dishonest.
Yeah.
It's like, I know that.
I recognize
I
this.
see myself in
Game recognized game.
That's great. I like that.
But yeah, for what it's worth, Bryce, I would have gone into Tiger Stance and started more.
Okay. And you'll still be able to take a move action if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
And just as you move, they will have all reached the deck.
Man, so your range of movement is 40 feet. So if you wanted to,
I mean,
you probably won't leave Homer, but so
That's
you could
what I'm
move-
thinking.
Well, Homer's also going to move.
Oh, yes.
okay.
He has every intention of fighting with you.
Turns out Homer has a move speed of 60.
Boom!
Just
Some deals
Technically,
go
it's
good.
at least 35 because he is an elf.
Look at him. Okay, well, let's think of this.
Speedy little Homer.
Alright. So, the Baron, he gets a very high initiative roll. Or she gets, rather. Alright. Brute 1. Let me switch over to the combat screen so I can see. Alright, so the axe holders are brutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there, and the one closest to you. Yep. The other two sin spawns are scouts. And then we have a female baron. The baron is the one that runs the crew. And that'll be her down there. So you may position yourself how you would like.
Cool.
Homer's going to go to the first axe holder there.
This guy?
Yep. And he'll have plenty of movement because all he has to do is ready his weapon.
Okay. I will probably try to go near him. Okay. Wow, not that far. Wow! Somewhere here, depending on how you count.
Alright. That brute climbs to the top and realizes that he doesn't quite have anywhere to go. And he doesn't have his weapon prepared, so he pulls out a trident and prepares to attack with it, but he's holding on with one hand right now. Next will be the Baron, and just put her on the other side of the rail there, so she's on the ship. And now Homer.
My man.
So Homer,
Try your new muscles.
he is equipped with a fishing rod. It is a whip-like weapon. He has weighted stuff on the end of the rod. So he has 15-foot reach with this weapon.
It's like Indiana Jones with his bullwhip.
The whip. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh.
So he will attack the brute. And that is cocked. Alright, so 15 plus 15, so 30 to hit.
Nice.
And that'll hit. So he does 1d8 plus 8. So that is 11 damage to the brute.
Nice.
I never had such high hopes for meeting an old man on a weird
He's
on a
almost
rowboat
like- he's
on
almost
the
like
worst dock.
He's almost like the new Claude.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, Claude.
A 19 to
Hope you're
hit.
alive out there. Somewhere.
And the brute, it does not hit. So the first one, he swings, and the second one, it overshoots him. And now he's going to yank back with it to try to hit him a third time. And that will hit. So he used the second action almost as a fake out, so he can come back and hit him in the back of the head.
Nice.
And that does 12 damage. And he's going to have to make a reflex saving throw. He fails his reflex saving throw. He falls off the ship. He's no longer in combat.
Nice, Homer single-handedly. Man,
I think he's got it covered.
I think I have the stars in my eyes that you had to.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just
Hipper
witnessed
fishing,
it.
hipper fighting. I was like, with
Except-
a fishing rod.
I just saw what the potential inside him before it was really there.
Yeah, you did.
So the scout closest to you, Anasha, is going to
Mhm.
climb over the rail and
Okay.
attack you once.
Cool.
So he climbed over, drew his weapon, and
Mhm.
will attack. And he has a long spear.
Fun.
And that will be a 24 to hit.
Yes. Oh boy, I'm just too enamored with Homer's
Yeah.
amazing kill.
And that'll be 9 damage.
Okay.
So he comes in and you're like, oh wow, that was really... Ow! Ow! No!
That's what you say when you stab.
No!
How rude!
I can't believe you've done this.
Should learn some manners.
The other brute gets up on the ship.
Yep.
Not that one.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Brute.
There we go. Yeah, the axe guy.
Not those. Yeah.
And he will move to adjacent to you.
So to here.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's the end of his turn. Anasha.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spin around to the guy who just hit me.
Okay.
And do flurry of blows.
So did you wild shape as well?
Yes.
Okay,
I
just-
tigered in. Yeah.
I wanted to be sure that I heard that right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I might have had some time go by with Homer's move, but
You would have, yeah, it's 6 seconds, so you still have 11 rounds of it.
sweet. Okay. First one's 28. Second one's 27.
They will both hit.
Yeah, they will. I'm so ready, you guys.
I've been meaning to hit people
I should probably pull a lot more than that.
a long time.
That's is that a D10?
18 and 19 damage.
19 damage?
Plus 4, sorry. Yeah, 23.
Plus 8.
Plus, it's plus 8 now?
Oh, you did 2 hits.
You're right. I need to, wow.
So,
Wow.
so wait, how much damage?
31? Yeah, 23 plus 8? No, 23 plus 4.
Yeah,
27.
27.
Yeah.
Yep, that's correct.
And that was on the
Was-
scout?
The one that stabs
Yes,
you.
the scout.
Yes.
Okay, he is not looking too good at all.
Sweet.
He is very bloodied.
I'll see if I can hit him again.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the rolls. So that's 24.
That'll hit.
Cool.
Look at you. You just needed to
Yeah.
adapt a little bit. That's all.
Okay, so 7 plus 1, so 8 plus 4, 12.
All right. He falls bleeding out. So he is dead.
I feel bad, kind of.
Hey, he stabbed you first. He started
That's
this.
true. You deserve that.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'll turn against the brute for the last one.
All right.
Whee. Okay, so that's just a 16 to hit.
16 hit. That will miss.
Cool.
But not critically.
That's good.
All right, Ko and Gazmak. That's 1 round down for you guys. They're going through these people a lot faster than I expected.
Oh yeah, Homer. My homie.
The second scout.
Okay,
He's
don't.
my friend.
He's mine.
I know.
You already
know,
stole
Gazmak.
Claude from me.
Claude was your... Oh, you're right. He likes you. More than he lets on. Promise. We had a whole conversation about how we...
Yes.
Yeah, see?
All right, so the other scout gets up on the ship, and it's going to throw a spear at you, Miss Anasha.
Darn it, why am I so tall? I'm kidding, I'm not that tall. We'll block one for Homer.
And that is a 27 to hit.
Darn it, it does.
That will be 6 damage.
Okey-dokey. Yikes.
And all of a sudden, at the top of this next round, all of them rage. And they each have different rage effects. Basically, the sight of blood causes them to rage. So they will not be retreating now. The Baron. So she is going to move twice. So that'll be about once and twice. So she will move 3 times to get up close to you, Miss Anna. There.
She looks scary.
And that'll be it for her. Homer?
Come on, Homer.
Is this one actually dead? Like when
He
he
just
knocked it
fell
off?
off the
Or he
ship.
just
It
fell off?
off the ship, and the ship's still moving.
Oh,
He
so
will
it's
not
just
have the
lost.
speed to get
Okay,
back
so
up.
he's
It's like-
considered just gone.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gone. If you want to move the second one, too.
Sure.
All you did was leave him one to come back another day. All right, Homer, what you got? That first one's going to miss the Baron. And that's another miss. And that might hit. Yes, that will hit.
Nice.
Sweet.
So he swings twice at the Baron, and she's a little more shiftier than the other ones. But that will be 12 damage.
Not too shabby.
Alright. Brute 2 is right up next to you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. So, Blood Frenzy. Oh, it gains HP. So it gained temporary hit points for going into a rage. And it is going to try to attack you with its claws, bite you, and pierce you with a trident.
Such a violent game.
Alright, so one fails, one will. Let's see. Does a 23 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so this will be 10 damage as it slashes you with one of its claws, and then it tries to pierce you with the trident. Instead, it critically fumbles.
Oh boy, this is our first random.
Stab the bear.
Stab the bear, yeah. Get yourself stuck, like pinned on the mast or something. I don't know.
Or fall off the ship.
He should just like trip and make the trident go over his foot so he can't move.
One second, I have to find the piercing one.
Does it have a set for like non-combat when you're just doing tasks?
No, because you
Okay.
can't critically fail.
Oh.
Ones don't count for some of that. His weapon breaks. So he was attacking. Yeah, he no longer has the trident.
That's quite alright.
So yeah, he just and it snaps as it strikes the deck in near one of your legs there.
Still got 2 of them.
Anasha.
Okay, question. Would moving here give flanking against the Baron?
Yes.
Then I will move, because third hit's not worth much. And then I will do flurry of blows.
All right.
Okay, that one's not great. That's 15. And the next one's a natural 20.
A natural 20.
Is that double?
So that is double your damage dice and your modifier. So it'll be +8, and then whatever your damage dice is. So 4d10 plus 8.
Sweet.
And then whatever the extra effect is.
That's a 7. 13. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's good. Whatever that is.
31 so far.
31 plus 8? 39?
39.
Alright, and you are slashing, correct?
Yes.
Unless he's dead, no matter what.
I don't know.
Alright.
She is a
39.
Baron.
Oh, you attacked the Baron?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I mean, she's already got 12 damage on her. From
That's true.
Pulling out my percentage dice.
Ooh. I feel like I wouldn't have even noticed that they were claws up until this point. And I'd be like, oh boy!
Gazmak and I are just gonna get to the top, and they're just gonna be bodies, or not even bodies, because most of them fell off. And
Oh,
we're like,
true, true.
What happened?
All right. So what's your damage?
39.
39.
Yes.
Yas, queen.
Yes.
Single-handedly wiping out.
Double-handed. Well, you're right. No, it is single-handedly.
Yeah.
As you come in with a swipe, you catch across the fin or the gills there. You rip off her ear and her gills. She will have negative to saves, except for hearing-based saves. She gets a plus to that.
Cool. Makes sense with them.
Yep.
Sweet.
And she is breathing heavy, so she will get one less round or one less action per round.
Sweet. Yeah, I just
Wow.
All right, Ko, you come out onto the deck now.
There you go. Which, I guess it's
Right here.
So that'll be
or...
it'll be from the front.
Oh, over here.
Yeah, captain's quarters is underneath the.
Okay. All right.
So that was one move action. So you have 2 actions left.
So then I will just. I'll move to the Baron and try to finish him off. All right, that's gonna miss. All right, I missed.
What did you miss?
It was a 13.
A 13. You critically missed.
It's okay. You just woke up. You know. I
What else
can
of
run
a
into
way
the
to
wall
start?
when I wake up.
If you kill Homer,
That would be so sad.
Go ahead and roll a d20, please.
Oh boy. I hope so.
16.
16. You pulled a muscle. Roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
You get +1 to it, right?
I do.
Because of that
Stats
awesome
bonus.
bread.
Yep.
So it's just
Your con modifier.
okay. So that would be an 18.
18. Okay. So you are able to shake it off, but your movement is hindered for another 1 round. So your movement is halved for 1 round.
Excellent.
Luckily, you did not critically fail that because it would have been
My arm's useless.
you lose your dex to AC and initiative. You have disadvantage on all ability checks until you've completed 3 long rests.
Oh, you've been cheat walking
Yeah.
for days. Like,
That's quite the pulled muscle.
yeah,
Yeah. All right.
What a great way to start a fight, guys.
that was 2 actions.
That was a 3 because he had to
No,
move
that's
from
why.
the-
Yeah, that's
Yep.
why I moved and
Move,
attack.
and
Yeah.
then
attack once, right?
Move and attack.
But he had to move to come out onto the deck.
Oh,
So
okay.
you
I
also
was
have.
starting with 2 actions.
Yep. So Gazmak, it's your turn. You appear on the deck, and you have 2 actions left.
what is available on the deck?
You're gonna have some barrels and stuff like that. Some smaller objects, some rope. So items like that.
All right. I'll use telekinetic projectile
Okay.
on the Baron,
All right.
and I'll throw maybe one of the smaller barrels or something like that, and propel that towards her.
Okay.
So that is at 29.
That will hit.
All right. That's 11 damage. The
All
reason being, I figure that water people are resistant to fire.
That would make sense.
Yeah, good point.
So yeah, the barrel comes smashing across, hits her. She shakes it off for a second, but she looks a little dazed and still breathing heavy. So, anything else? I guess that's it.
That's 2
Yep.
right there.
All right, that scout is going to double move
Mm-hmm.
and attack. I guess Homer.
Me, Homer.
And he's going to miss. All right. The Baron is going to do something fun. So, as its rage effect, oh, I forgot. It's 15 HP. So it is going to use Hateful Tide. The Sea Devil Baron unleashes a whirlwind of attacks against its foes, making a single melee strike with its claws or jaws against each opponent within reach.
That's 3 of us.
That is 3 of you.
Okay.
That's pretty cool though.
So that will be
If
a.
it hits any of us, I'm gonna react.
So that is a 19 to hit.
Misses.
Miss.
And then Homer is the other person, so.
Oh, and it misses Homer.
Sweet.
So nothing happens. Darn. That was gonna be so cool.
It was really cool.
It was gonna be so awesome, guys.
Now you know how I feel every single time I do anything.
All right, Homer. Let's fight that scout. That will be a hit on the scout. And that is max damage. So
Nice.
16 damage.
Not surprised.
And a second attack will also hit. And that is going to kill it.
This guy here.
Yes. And then a third attack, which was a natural 20 on the bear.
On the bear?
Still not surprised.
So
Homer, man.
that will be 11 plus 16 is 27.
Bryce, your NPCs are awesome.
Yeah.
I just generated a stat block today.
Yes.
All right, and that was a critical hit from our chart. And that would be bludgeoning because it is using the hard stuff, the sinkers or whatever. So, what happens? Ooh, it leaves a bad bruise. It does 2d6 plus his strength modifier for damage, extra damage.
Oh my gosh.
3, 5. So that'll be another 10 damage. The Baron is not looking great. Alright. Brute 2. Let's see. I guess attacking Anasha.
What's he attacking with?
I guess he has his claws still, right?
He has claws and
Or
jaws.
Jaws, yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
Paws and jaws.
So
I like.
his jaws will miss, his claws will hit.
Alright, I'm gonna react with Glimpse of Redemption. I'm within 15 feet of Nasha.
Okay.
So when an enemy damages your ally and you're within 15 feet, your foe hesitates under the weight of sin as visions of redemption play in their mind's eyes. The foe must choose one of the following options. The ally is either unharmed by the damage. Ally gains resistance to all damage against the triggering damage equal to 2 plus your level.
Okay.
After the damaging effect is applied, the enemy becomes enfeebled to 2 until the end of its next turn.
Alright. He's going to contemplate his life and not give damage. Man, maybe I shouldn't be up with these guys attacking people. I mean, they knocked out 2 of my friends. One fell off the ship.
Just in the middle of like.
We're never gonna find
like this.
Steve.
I've made poor life choices. Poor Steve's back there. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
Scuba Steve is gone.
Not Scuba Steve. Anasha.
Okay. I'm gonna glance at the brute and say, "You should leave. We have no qualm against you."
Okay.
And then,
Make an intimidation roll.
oh, intimidation. Well, hopefully he just feels bad enough to intimidate himself. It's 11.
Okay. I don't know about that. I don't know what to do with my life.
And And then
A midlife crisis in the middle of a
if
fight.
I can remind me, am I able to do non-lethal damage even with the claws, or is
Yep.
that only with bludgeoning? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
as long as you're attacking with your hands.
okay.
So the
Um,
claws count as your hands.
If it would kill, then I would hold back. But I'm gonna do flurry of blows against the Baron again.
Okay.
Are you doing not lethal?
If it would be that. So 18 for the first one. Wait, I'm flanking, so 20 non-natural.
That will miss.
Okay. And 24 for the next
That
one.
will hit.
Okay. Where are my dice? Where'd I put the other one? That's okay.
No.
It looks so different. Okay, thank you very much.
I have different colors.
Yeah. Well, I guess this is weird. I'm looking for the little wiggle
Yeah, yeah.
separation line, and this one doesn't have it. Okay. 12 plus 4, so 16.
The Baron is now unconscious.
Okay. And let's see. That's one more
I
left.
just couldn't Baron it anymore.
It's not just me, guys.
That hurt.
I've
I make a will save. I pass.
nice. I'll try one of the same against the scout.
All right.
That is. I'm not flanking, so it's just 16.
That will miss.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll back up a little bit.
Okay.
Cool.
Co.
Alright. Oh, I wish you were next to me, Rachel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I was gonna heal you.
That's okay. That's
new
why I
battle
backed up.
medicine. No, I can't fail.
Oh, I know you can't. Sorry.
I can't have assurance.
It's the new thing that I talked about at the beginning of the.
Okay, well, I guess I'll try.
I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Sorry, I already backed up. I didn't know how cool you were yet.
I didn't know how cool you are.
Now I
Thanks.
know.
Alright, I will attack with my longsword and try to
Alright.
finish this thing off. Hopefully.
It's at full health.
Hey.
It has not been hit
That's
yet.
true.
Alright, well, that's a 25.
That will hit.
Yay. I wasn't prepared to hit, so.
Oh, that's sad.
Hey, that's 20 damage.
All right.
And then for my third action. For my third action, I will attempt to tail whip him and sweep him off the ground, so he'll be flat-footed.
Okay.
So this would be my third attack, right? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll try it.
No, second attack.
Oh.
'Cause you
Yeah,
moved.
you're right. I
Yep.
moved. Hey, it's a natural 20.
All right. Did you do any damage with that, or just?
Yeah, it actually does 1d6 times 2. Okay, so I see. So plus 8. So it actually does a decent amount of damage. So on a crit, I would do. So this would be times 2, so 6 plus 8, so 14. So that would be 14 damage, and he is swept.
All right. So it's 14 damage. He is fallen. Roll your percentage dice.
That's 70%.
Plus a die 10, so you can get the other number.
Oh, plus a dozen. 6.
All right, and so 76, and is that bludgeoning?
Yeah, it's bludgeoning.
76. They're stunned for 1d4 rounds. So roll a d4.
Ooh.
You're using all your dice.
1.
So he's stunned for 1 round, and I'm going to go ahead and call combat there because you guys will finish him off.
Or let's not kill him. We don't have to kill him.
Not a
right?
bad ending, huh?
I was going to say, you can roll knowledge nature to know more about these creatures.
That would be great. Let's do that. Oh boy, I know so much about nature. Not really. It's 11.
11?
Yes.
Okay. These guys are evil.
Always?
Always.
Oh man.
Yep. So, yeah, they are evil. Generally, sea devils are horrid, amphibious humanoids. who lurk in the oceans and crawl ashore to steal away their victims in the veil of darkness. Sometimes entire fishing villages can be swept away by these creatures. Typically, they expect their leader to lead them, so they are the first to be in battle. And you know that they're basically always rebels and outliers, and they're always going to seek to prey on the weak.
Okay. Well, I feel like we should let Captain come and have a look, and this is his ship.
So what you guys didn't realize is there were actually a couple others that were down below decks that had crawled through some of the rolling windows. They didn't see it because you guys were in the stairwells, but they finished the fight downstairs as well.
Okay.
And the captain comes up. He has a like a saber almost, and as soon as he sees the Baron, he immediately slices her throat to finish her off. Can't let these things live. They will keep coming. So.
Well, that one's alive too, so not Gazmak.
That one's alive too.
Whoa, hold on. Apparently I do good bread. Does that give me at least a 5-foot start?
He's got a good point.
Okay, request. She's probably terrible at this, but she would loot it for Cypher because he's not here.
Oh yeah, so go ahead and pull out a sheet to write down some of the loot.
Okay.
Or Cypher, tune in at 8:17. 1 hour and 17-ish minutes into our stream.
Yep.
To get your loot table.
Oh yes. All right.
He better be watching.
Come on, Josh.
All right, so they actually don't have much on them.
Figures.
But you get 2 long spears.
Okay.
1 trident and 1 broken trident.
He tried.
You get 3 spears. And an additional long spear. And then you also... Where did my tables go? Tables come back. Tables come back. You will get 2 potions.
Of unknown substance, I suppose.
They're going to be the minor healing potions. The second one. I'll have to look it up.
Like lesser or...
Yeah, it's...
something.
So it'll be lesser healing potions. They do 2d8 plus 5. And then you get 1 moderate healing potion, which is 3d8 plus 10.
Whoa. Well, good job looting that.
Boy.
There you are.
You're welcome, Cypher.
So they all work on tossing the bodies overboard and continue with the sailing.
We can just tell the captain that one fell off the ship but wasn't necessarily killed, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they have revenge things.
It'll be hard to track them down, but we'll see. And thank you all for your assistance.
Oh, absolutely.
Here's part of our cut from the fish that we will be selling. So he gives you guys an extra 100 gold.
Extra how many?
100 gold total.
Nice. 100 in total.
I should have paid him more for the water.
So we do 25?
Yep, 25 each. And if Cypher is watching, you get 25 gold, friend.
Did he even wake up down there?
He was too sick to act.
Just like...
Yeah. He might have fired 1 hand crossbow bolt.
Just see it.
Just...
Oh, yeah, when he was down there.
Yep.
Amazing.
And Homer walks up. Oh, that felt good.
You were amazing. That was so cool. All with just a fishing rod. Wow.
It's my most used tool. What do you know?
Man. That was when you snapped it behind the guy's head and pulled it back.
Hey, it's just like fishing for, sharks and such. Sometimes you got to give them a big yank and hit them.
I clearly have a lot to learn.
Well, you all did wonderful too. Thank you for your help.
Oh, of course.
You with the slash? You took the gills off one of them.
I was just as scared as she was. I don't know if you were scared, but I
Scared?
was scared. Yeah.
What are you afraid of? You're an excellent fighter.
Thanks. She just kind of flushes.
And you.
I threw a barrel with my
threw
mind.
I didn't even see you touch that barrel.
I know.
That was like twice your size.
That's
I'm
not
impressed.
hard. It's not hard to find things twice my size. But thank you for being so positive and upbeat.
You guys did, again, thank you for your help. You guys did great work. I'd fight alongside you any day.
Same here.
But you do too.
How do you feel about the desert?
Well,
Yeah.
with this new body, I'm probably going to try to stick a little closer to the water.
That's fair.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but happy to sail with you anytime. And come on, fishing buddy. I mean, come on.
I'm nodding right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see how much money we make.
I mean, you probably have enough to get a better boat right now.
I'm probably going to end up doing that.
Hire a crew?
Right?
Yeah.
Are you looking for a job?
Not at the moment. But I know that I
You always have one with me.
I appreciate that.
Traveling the high seas.
Mm.
I need somebody to take the guide on the ship, so
Yeah.
that'd probably be like the first thing I hire.
I would hire somebody taller.
That can see.
Yes,
Yeah.
that too. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't feel like I'm fit for the job.
For some reason, I'm getting like, I don't know why, but like Treasure Planet vibes.
Yes.
You know, like
When Gazmak retires in his old age of 25.
That's right.
Oh, what a ripe old age.
Chef and captain.
You both are. The entire adventure is just you looking for another sea hag so that you can get a better body. It worked out so well the first time.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, so who's taking
Yeah.
second watch?
That was me.
All right.
While you pass, if I can just ask, you say not at the moment, but you really seem to like the sailing thing. I'm just curious, how come you are coming with us to the garden?
Ooh.
You caught me mid-writing. I'm not prepared for this. Well, I assume that there's money to be had with these profits and such.
Well,
Bringing supplies over there and everything.
from what Claude said, he had to start working because he ran out of money. I remember that part.
Clyde clearly isn't the businessman that I am.
Yeah, that's probably true. We're glad to have you with us, Gazmak.
Okay, bye. I don't know how to handle this.
I won't press it. I'll just go. I'm tired anyway.
I'm just gonna climb the mast.
Just like, doesn't even have a.
Make an
a
athletics check.
You
Yeah.
just be hugging it.
yeah.
That's an 18.
All right, so yeah, you're able to climb the mast.
Sorry, that's a 20.
You do it very well.
Not
You're
natural.
like, I gotta keep watch.
Not natural, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're able to climb the mast and go ahead and roll perception. You can roll with advantage.
That's a natural 20.
Well, I guess you don't need to roll with advantage.
So that's a 26.
Yep. Yeah, so nothing seems to happen on your watch.
Mm.
Co?
This is a 20, not natural.
All right. You also complete your watch without any issues arising.
Swell.
You guys all rolled really well for your perception checks this time.
Yeah.
Go team.
You did not get a sneak round against you.
That would have not been fun.
Yeah. All right.
So we're back to full hit points.
So yeah, you go ahead and take your rest, which isn't technically full hit points, but that's how
Okay.
we're playing it.
Well, okay.
By their rules, it's like it's your Constitution times something, and we say back to full health. All right.
Sounds good to me.
The next day, they're going to continue to press on. They let you know, but by evening, you should be at Desert's End. Sweet. Is there anything you'd like to do today?
Well, if any of the crew knows anything about traveling the desert, I know we can ask when we get to Desert End, but
Okay.
casually throughout the day.
Can I talk to Dipple? He seems pretty cool. Mr. Dips.
Please go talk to him and call him that. I'm excited.
Roll your survival.
Okay. 22.
Okay. So you remember talking with Claude, because Claude has traveled a lot.
Right.
That in the desert they do have sleigh-like caravans. So instead of using normal wheels, they actually have made some sleighs. And with a couple camels, they're able to travel much more efficiently across the desert.
Nice.
You need to have a covered caravan, and he suggested that you have either a person like himself that can create water, or somebody that, or you need to prepare plenty of water with you.
That's nice. You don't have to carry it yourself on foot.
You didn't end up getting that thing that lets you create water,
No,
did you?
that's a little later.
So then also with that, you realize that it can be very easy to get lost in the desert because it's just sands upon sands. And typically they would follow the stars.
Good to know.
Oh, but the
Good to
stars
know.
are all
Are
messed up.
shifting.
Yep.
Hey, that's what no directions for.
So yeah, that is some of what you remember in your times of talking with Claude.
Sweet. Thanks. I think you did mention that once, actually.
Yeah, I remember that too. You didn't go into that detail with the sleighs, but
What else would you like to do?
well, I'll probably. Did we fight through dinner? You said it was evening.
We were sleeping.
Yeah, that was
It
overnight.
was like first watch.
Yeah, you already had dinner. Dinner was what Gazmak.
Oh, that's right. That's
Maybe.
right. Beer bread. Oh well,
How could you not remember?
it was all gone.
It was an unnatural one, okay?
Yeah. I don't think I have anything I'd like to do.
Alright.
I'm gonna learn the ways of fishing rod fighting from Homer.
Okay. So he shows you the rod and stuff. He says, for this to really be effective, you need to add your strength modifier. But, you can still use it. And he basically shows you how you can situate the weights on the end of your fishing line. That you need to add a little more weight. And for deep sea fishing, that's usually what you would do anyway. But he walks you through, part of the cast and then the yank back and how much line to leave out. And, so you are able to get the basics, but you would need to practice with it a decent amount to truly pick it up.
I just imagine like Goofy movie type fishing rod. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Fair enough.
But yeah, he describes it to you. You would need to put in significant practice to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
So
Maybe one day.
yep, but it does have 15-foot range, and it does use your strength modifier. So, yeah.
Not good, but okay.
Well, so it uses strength for the damage. It uses dex to hit.
Right.
So
Yep.
because it's going to be a sort of a ranged attack, but not completely. Which makes it a mixed weapon, which I don't believe they have in Pathfinder.
True.
Yeah.
Homebrew.
So yeah, that's pretty much how you spend your day. It's
Awesome.
nearing evening, and you start to see the lights of fires along the beach, as well as some smoke and such. Normal smoke, not abnormal smoke, rising from what appears to be a medium to large sized fishing village or town at this point. And I forgot that I'm not turning this around, so you guys won't see it right away, but I do have the map of the village. Yes. Somewheres.
Cool.
That was so helpful for Pike's Point.
So, I don't know how I'm going to show it to you because it's not going to be on that screen yet. Give me just a second.
Can you text it to us?
True.
So, what is the first thing you're going to want to do whenever you arrive in Desert's End?
Fine, I guess what time do we arrive, actually?
It's evening now.
Evening?
Yep.
Probably find the inn, or like wherever the
Yep.
bar, the tavern, wherever.
Some good place that Cypher can crash again.
Fair.
As none of us want to carry him, and he doesn't want to carry
Am I correct? He's never been on a boat,
He has not.
so that explains
See,
the rough times.
Yep, that would make sense.
Yeah. Finding an inn, and maybe just quickly scouting around to see where the sleigh caravans would take off from, and that sort of thing.
Okay.
So.
Alright, so you inquire about inns before you arrive, because they have stayed there before. And the Dawnflower is the most popular inn.
The Dawnflower.
There be power!
Woohoo.
I am connected. There we go. Alright, so this is Desert's End.
Nice, cool.
You have Cronley's Gate, which is the technically north is this way because of where the water is.
Mm-hmm.
But so this would be the north gate. You have Knight's Gate, which is that's the north gate. Knight's Gate is north. Cronley's Gate is south. You have the Dark Mile through the middle, and the docks, and then Hidden Tower. So.
Okay.
Not so hidden.
And where's the Dawnflower?
The Dawnflower is going to be in Duskside, so just right up from the docks.
Sure.
Nice.
As you land at the docks, your Homer and Braxton approach you. Well, I guess this is the end of our trip. We'll probably sell the fish here, so we'll make up our money that we've already given you. Again, thank you. You guys are always welcome on my vessel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Braxton.
Homer. So, off to make some more money for us. I'm going to get even better fish, and I'll get them to you somehow.
I have full confidence in you.
You've been a great business partner so far.
You as well.
What would you like to name our vessel?
Ooh.
Great, yes. That's a good
All right. Something to do with pie or berries, horses. The seahorse.
The seahorse.
He has no idea that that's an actual thing.
So original, right?
How are you spelling it?
Like sea with your
I
eyes.
see horse.
SEE. Yep. HORS.
Okay.
Oh.
Poor Homer.
Oh, no.
He's gonna write the word "sea" on the side of the vessel.
You didn't realize
I didn't.
that?
I just.
Yeah,
it just
no,
took
I
a
thought-
second.
I thought.
No, that's fantastic.
So it's sea hose.
HORS. Like
H-O-
hors d'oeuvres.
Oh. Seahorse.
So where's the best place I could meet up with you again?
Uh,
And you pull out a Nasha's map.
Which just so you guys know.
From father.
yeah.
Yep, we're off to Prophet's Garden.
You can. Let's see here. I mean, Pikes Point seems pretty central. Otherwise, not Goblin City. Definitely not. Gonna. Let's say Pikes Point.
Okay.
And we'll say Pikes Point, and then if I don't respond within like however long, like 2 weeks or something like that, then try at Innswood.
It's gonna be hard to get the ship at Ennswood.
Well, send a message.
Okay.
Basically, is the idea.
All right. So 2 weeks.
Sure.
All right.
Sorry.
What's your theory, Rachel?
I explained it in detail to Bryce exactly what I think happened, but I think our horses are dead. I think our card's taken. I think our letter's gone. I think
The world's burning.
I think the
and
Guardians
we're
are
all-
scattered and that Ura has planted himself there. That's what I think. That's
Okay.
my theory. We'll see. I mourn. If it's all great, then woohoo! Hunky dory.
So you approach the Dawnflower. It is painted in a bright blue, so almost like a sky blue,
Dawn?
and it has hints of red and yellow throughout. As you enter, there it is very well arranged with a lot of desert floral arrangements. And its specialty is a cactus-based brew, as well as a cider, and then cactus water is its preferred water-based drink. Also, cactus brew.
Cactus brew.
Sounds sticky.
It'll quench you.
So,
It's the corn
fun
juice.
fact: there are only a few varieties of cactus that you can actually safely drink the water from. On most varieties, you will actually get sick, and it will dehydrate you even more, and you'll die faster.
Interesting.
So,
It's
careful.
good to know if you're ever stranded.
Most of the time, that's if you eat like the actual like plant itself. The fruits are usually safer.
So yeah, we'll say that it's fruit-based then from the cactus.
Yes. Cactus juice.
I mean, that's just specific varieties of cactus in our world.
That's true.
You can make up whatever rules you want
There
in your
aren't
world.
cactus in Hearn.
Cacti.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Cacti.
Cacti. All right.
Cactuses.
Cactuses.
Cactusari?
It's the cactuses of cacti.
How's Cypher doing?
Cypher's feeling better now that he is on land.
Okay, good. The shaking back and forth, it stops pretty soon. I mean, tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. That's my guess. You'll feel better, that's all.
All right, working behind the bar is a younger human male. Dusty blonde hair. Greets ya. Welcome to the Dawnflower. How can I help you?
Well, I think we'll be looking for 4 rooms for the night.
4 rooms it is. Individuals then?
Yes.
And dinner if it's convenient.
4 rooms and dinner, absolutely. So that will be 3 copper for the meal. And 1 gold for the room each.
We're just staying the night, right, guys?
I think so. We could always
to start.
renew.
Or do we
To
want
start.
to? Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, if you wanted to stack up a couple, I feel like 2 safe, right?
We don't have a lot of travelers currently, so rooms should be able to be held for a couple days if need be.
All right.
Do you know of any caravans in the area who are traveling to the Oracle's Garden? Prophet's Garden?
Not a lot of caravans currently, but we do have on the outskirts up near the Hidden Tower, or down near the Hidden Tower. I'm going to have to flip that map,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
which is going to be
The
a
hidden
whole thing.
tower.
But over by the Hidden Tower, there is a place that you're able to buy transport if need be.
Oh, perfect. That's very helpful.
Any tips on desert travels, desert treks, other than bring lots of water?
Know where you're going. It's very easy to get lost. Also, being that you are new here and you're staying in the evening, we do ask that tomorrow you pay homage to our local god here. You can just go north into the canyon and leave an offering there, preferably food. And we do have a place that you're able to purchase that if you need.
Who is the god?
We call him the Stone God.
Is he a well-known deity, or is
You
that
may
new?
roll knowledge religion.
I've heard he started off with a rocky
It's
start.
just 15.
It is not a mainstream god, and typically gods do not receive offerings in the desert.
Can I read, or can I roll for religion too? Because
Yep.
I have that trained. So that's a 23.
All right. It is not a god that you've ever heard of, but typically most of the well-known gods have temples, and those temples are usually in cities. So for them to be giving food out to a local god, most gods don't need that.
Yeah.
So that is abnormal.
Interesting.
What happens if you don't give offerings? You guys have sandstorms or something?
We've had livestock end up getting sick. Some turn. We have an entire field of stone camels where they've all been turned to stone from a missed offering. So
Does the food sort of stay there, or is it like gone the next day? How does that?
the god takes it.
Hmm.
We have not seen him, but yeah.
How do you know it's a him?
I mean, I guess it could be a girl god. I haven't really thought of that before. It, I guess.
Interesting.
It sent a. I forget how to say the name. Say my name. One second, and I'll have the creature's name that was sent as its herald.
I wonder if
Herald.
it is the herald. I wonder if
Harold the Herald.
Herald the herald. Hark the herald.
Hear you. Spoken by Harold. Sounds like.
Do you think something's fishy with the stone god? It's a sin, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'd bet. As not, I'm not sure that it's not a good.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking too.
Let's see.
It was a
That would fit really well.
Lamia that came to
Alania.
Lamia. Lamia.
Lamia.
So, anyone can roll animal, or I guess this would be the
Nature?
monstrous humanoid, so nature.
Nature. I'm trained in that. Not trained in rolling.
15.
Nice.
I'm not trained in it, and I rolled a natural 1.
I rolled an 18.
So,
Lamia.
Lamia are those that are cursed by the goddess Lamashtu. They are half human, half creatures.
Oh.
You said Lamathu?
Lamashtu.
Lamashtu.
She's the mother of all
Beasts.
beasts, or evil creatures, basically. The mother of monsters. That's what it is. And she is a well-known god.
She the one with the spidery
Goddess.
symbol or something like that? I need to look at that one.
Lamashtu.
So, Lamashtu is typically seen like that. A Jekyll head, all kinds of different monstrous parts. And this is
And pregnant.
the symbol. So, she is the mother of monsters.
Seems friendly enough.
She is chaotic evil. So, yeah.
Alright. That changes things.
Yeah. Does she typically bother travelers going across the desert?
We've not heard of it, but people have gone missing.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, did not reach their destinations. Now, that could be anything. It's easy to get lost in the desert.
True.
Especially if you don't know your way or the stars.
About the stars, you'd heard reports and seen that the stars are sort of moving or shifting. Have you heard any reports of that in this area as well?
He has no clue what you're talking about.
Okay.
No, I don't think... I mean, I don't really look up at the stars all that often myself.
Oh, that's fair.
Usually in the inn at night, so...
Yeah. Didn't know if you just heard any reports or
No, we get a lot of travelers going, not so much coming to Desert Sound.
back. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I missed how much it was for the night.
A gold and
A
3
gold.
copper.
And 3 copper for the meal. Okay.
Cool, thanks.
Good.
Should I subtract that from Cypher's?
We'll
Oh,
let
let's
him
do that. Yeah.
it.
Okay.
I don't have anything else to say.
I think
Alright.
we're good.
Just, thank you. What's your name again?
Ooh.
Hey, we can't pull a lore mirror here.
I had it. Hold on.
Hold on.
Yeah.
My name's Pyla.
Pila. Thank you so much.
Pila what?
That's so helpful.
Yeah.
Pile of sand.
You probably get that a lot. I'm
Hadn't
sorry.
heard that before.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's better than Dipple.
What's wrong with Dipple? I heard he's a fine chef now.
This guy's got good ears.
Well, I'm probably just going to turn in for the night.
Same.
So for your dinner, they have a roasted type cauliflower and some crab cakes.
Greasy or not greasy?
Not greasy.
Yum.
Just a stone.
You can send yours back for extra grease if you want.
Can I just? Yeah, I'll just ask for as much like a side of grease, like a side
If
like
that's your sauce.
yeah,
So yeah, they'll bring you out like a dipping sauce of grease.
sure.
Yeah.
Hits the spot.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to do tonight?
Well, if I could test no direction, because I've never done it before,
Okay.
and see kind of how it works, what its
Is
limitations
this something
are.
new?
It's a cantrip. I've just not prepared it before, but I decided to prepare it after talking with the captain.
Okay.
All right. So no direction. As you close your eyes and you concentrate on the spell, it's almost like a compass in your brain. It goes back and forth for a moment, and then you know that way is north.
Sweet. No sight needed. No stars needed.
Nope.
Feeling that's useful. Speaking of compasses, can I look at my pike and see if there's any new inscription or anything on my pike thing?
It currently does not. The compass is not pointing in any direction.
Okay. Fair. Fine, check.
All right. You guys going to bed?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. You fall asleep, and you hear a knocking at your door. Go.
Mine?
Yep.
Alright. I will, I guess, ask who's there. Who's there?
Well, hello. How have you been?
Oh, dude.
It has been a while.
Is that Peace Through Vigilance?
It
I
is.
hear? Okay. It has been a while.
So tell me the tales of your travels.
Well, there's been a lot. I'm trying to even remember when the last time
You
I saw
guys
you
are just
was.
talking through the door right now. You know that, right?
Oh, I opened the door.
Oh.
Yeah, I assumed you opened the door. When
Yeah,
I
I
said
It
it.
didn't say it.
Yeah.
Didn't say it.
We're back to back on the door like this.
There's a
He's
little
just-
letter.
Yeah,
like what you said.
yeah. We're just like, yeah, it's been a while.
I just
Yeah.
see you like both on the floor, like looking through the crack in the bottom.
Yeah.
So how are you?
Very well. Doing pretty well. Survived quite a lot since the last time I saw you.
You have? Good. You may have missed a thing or two.
I
But-
believe that.
So when we put the pike's direction to Entswood and then to the temple, we were hoping that you were going to utilize what you found there to help fight off something. Ira, specifically. But you didn't.
Well, haven't exactly known where Ira is.
So I will suggest that you continue on your current quest. Go to the Oracle's Garden. And this is the Oracle's Prophet's Garden?
Prophet's Garden.
I call
Prophet's
it the
Garden.
Oracle's Garden. Yeah.
The Prophet's Garden. You'll likely see a couple familiar faces there.
Oh, that is great to know.
I'm sure that you'll receive more directions soon. Keep an eye on your pike
Will do.
and follow where it points.
Indeed. Don't worry, I'm very excited to fight Ira. When the time is ready.
Prepare yourself.
We will do our
He
best.
is becoming more powerful.
Well, hopefully as are we.
So please continue to follow the pike. We will continue to send the guidance that you are supposed to have. I won't be able to make these journeys every time.
Will do. Great seeing you again, Peace Through Vigilance.
Absolutely, and continue to do better.
Will do.
And with that, he walks out with a sigh. All right. And he leaves you for the evening. Is there anything you would like to ask him? I guess that was kind of one way.
Let me think.
I'll answer to the best of my abilities.
Well, when you say do better, is there anything that I can be being more helpful to you for?
The people that you meet in the garden are going to be downtrodden. I hope that you can be the light that they need.
That is very helpful. I will certainly do my best there.
Good.
Thank
Anything
you.
else?
No, that should be all.
Okay. I'm likely to be seeing you again soon.
I look forward to it.
Take care.
You as well.
And roll perception.
10.
So he seemed to be distraught. Certainly not his typical.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, he was less peppy than he would normally be, much less excitable. He tried to fight through that, but you could tell that there's some disappointment there.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Good to know.
And you finish out your evening. Nothing happens for the rest of the night. And that is where we will stop.
Swell.
So, here we are. You have made it to Desert's End.
But it's just the beginning.
Bum, bum, bum.
Well, I look forward to seeing how right or not right, I guess I am. I don't really look forward to it, that's a lie.
So, we're going to call it quits for there. We will be recording shortly after this. And you'll be able to find that up on YouTube whenever this posts.
After
my-
action.
Plan is to have posts go up Fridays for this. We recently filmed some Overcooked. Those will be appearing on Mondays more than likely. I still have a little bit more editing to do before we put them out. And then on Wednesdays, you'll see some Ultimate Chicken Horse as those finish up as well. So that's what's coming in the next couple weeks for YouTube. Again, you'll find this video here, and our after action will be available also on Fridays. So our after action, for those of you who don't know, is where we talk about the session and talk about possible spoilers, as well as some other things. So, spoilers ahead on any after action. Until next time. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye, guys.